Good afternoon. Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to Paul's Monday Market Update, number 217 for Monday, 9th of March, 2026. Great to be here. Hopefully, we will not have the tech problems that we had last week. Apologies again for that. I think that was just every man and his dog was on the internet that day, and for obvious reasons, which continue and give us a lot of the detail for today's session. Whether you're joining us live or whether you're watching the live stream, I hope that you can see the slides. Hope you can hear my voice. I hope that you are well and safe wherever you are joining and watching us from. The Monday market update is just that. It is me flying through as much as I can cover in the next 25, 30 minutes, looking at strength and weakness within FX markets, looking at some charts of interest to add to your watch list, and then a look at the live markets. It is not a signal service. There are no trade recommendations. It is just me sharing what I'm looking at, which may be of relevance or help and support to yourself. As always, you are very welcome here, but just remember you are always responsible for your own trading decisions. Also, if you want a little bit more help and support in your trading, regardless of how you trade or what you trade, the VTP Trader Accountability Group is up and running, helping people build discipline, accountability, and consistency in their trading. Okay. If you want more details, you can ping me, or once again, that QR code will take you to a page with more detail. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Porsche. All right, Porsche themselves. Okay, they have their earnings on Wednesday morning. Look at that for a chart, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so there's a couple of reasons we're looking at this. One, because yeah, Porsche have got their earnings on Wednesday. Two, my good mates are all petrol heads, and one of them, Jim, was sat in his Porsche showroom this morning trying to get his Porsche fixed, whilst commenting on the amount of staff that they had sort of lolling around, whilst also nobody was in there selling any cars. To be fair, I don't think anybody buys a Porsche first thing on a Monday morning, do they? Unless they've won the unless you've won the lottery over the weekend, or you're a football player who signed a new contract. I don't think anybody's buying a Porsche on a Monday morning. But it was an interesting conversation and discussion, because what we're seeing here, okay, is just look at the share price there from 120 euros, okay, back up here, sort of 2023, at now sort of, as I said, sub 40, okay, $37. That is quite some move, isn't it? That's a beautiful downtrend, absolute beautiful downtrend. And what I always tell people is trends don't happen as often as you'd like. So when there is one, don't fight it. Just try and find a way to ride it. But what has kind of fascinating is that Porsche, it does remain one of the kind of most profitable luxury car manufacturers, thanks to strong branding. As I was explaining to my mate this morning, yes, there are pretty people working there and lots of people lolling around, because invariably, they have to. That wouldn't be good for the brand. All right, to have nobody in the office. All right, to have nobody there doing anything, for it all to look a bit cheap. Their whole niche is about strong brand pricing power. And they have had a bit of how would you describe it? They have been kicked from pillar to post, invariably over electric performance vehicles. Okay, in terms of government policy, also sales, or the kind of lack of them, and also the sort of just general distaste for them from normal people. Okay, and that is just reflected in that share price, isn't it? The interesting thing is that these kind of luxury automobiles, they are still sensitive to interest rates and still sensitive to global consumer confidence. And so, if we get this inflation spike and it maintains for a while, in terms of A, the price of oil, and B, getting rate hikes and interests, well, I don't think that helps Porsche, okay, in their bid to try and sell more. Now, some people might say, well, if you can afford a Porsche, you're not really that fussed to buy a 0.5%, 1% rise in the interest rates. But I just think the way we live these days is that people are just much more sensitive to interest rates than perhaps they might have been in the past. So the story doesn't look good there for Porsche, okay? And thankfully for all my friends who've got Porsches, thankfully the price of Porsche doesn't depreciate as fast as the share price does there, based on that chart. So you can take some small sliver of solace from that, ladies and gentlemen.